Hi, I'm Layla and welcome to my channel or back to my channel. I have 7 subscribers now, and even though that's very low, I'm very happy about that number. I was excited about 1 and 2 and the third one, and then I saw 7. Very happy about that. So, I try not to make videos too long, even though I say that every time, and they're always a little too long, and then I talk a little too much. So, first of all, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's pouring at our house like it's raining, so that could be loud. And also, my papa was watching the news about Trump and Kamala, or Trump and Harris, right now, so you may or may not hear weird noises in the background just because of political reasons, but that's not what the video is not about, anything political. Anyway, so like I said in my last video, my doctor will not leave certain things alone, and then after I explain to them I'm done seeing Dr. K because certain issues are not getting resolved, certain issues are not even being taken seriously, that I will not be seeing Dr. K anymore. Okay, so when I said that, I thought that was that, and I thought like, you know, now I can find a doctor who I'm actually comfortable with and that can do the proper testing that's necessary. So over the weekend, I messaged my doctor or the nurses at the staff. I guess you would say staff nurses, same difference. And I was explaining to them the situation that I had, that I've been trying to get seen for like the past month about it. So, not even about the babies, but like about me. And because like this rash or something came up, I guess you would call it a rash, that originally, or this spot, I don't know what you would call it, that was originally the size of a grain of rice, that over the weekend it went from a size of grain of rice to, I noticed it was the size of a 50-cent piece. So yesterday, after 2 hours, it went from the size of a 50-cent piece to the size of an egg within 2 hours. And I only noticed it because I felt something kind of rupture, like I felt this liquid, and it was nothing but blood and pus. I know that's too much information. And then so I messaged them and told them I was so angry because this went unlooked for a whole month. And anytime I went to a hospital or urgent care, they told me, we can't look at you because you're pregnant. You have to go see your OBGYN. You have to. We can't see you because you're pregnant. So therefore, I couldn't go to the hospital about it because they would tell me, oh, you're pregnant, you have to go see your doctor. So Dr. K just refused to acknowledge what I was explaining to her, that something is wrong with me. And the reason I kept going on and on about it is because I'm pregnant, and I wasn't sure if that could turn into like some kind of infection, whether a staph infection, a blood infection, and then it does something horrible to my unborn children. So then this became a whole issue for, it seemed like, all day today. So they can't message you over the weekend because they get like, obviously they get off. And so Monday, they finally like read the messages and stuff like that. So then today, the nurse was telling me, well, if we were aware of this, then we would have looked at it. We had no idea that this was going on. So I was baffled because for a month, nearly a month, I've called, I've emailed them, I even said something about it in person, and every single time they kept saying, it's your next appointment, we will look at it, it's your next appointment, we will look at it. I brought it up every single time, and nothing was done. And then like Miss K would just pat my shoulder or rub my back and then say, well, we'll get it at your next appointment. And it got to the point I was so frustrated that I didn't even want to talk at my appointments anymore. I just want to know that my babies had a heartbeat and they were doing good, and that's that. So it got to the point where the only thing I brought up is that normal, this and that's normal. Also, can you please look at me? That was it. And the appointment started going back quicker because at that point I did not care to talk to them because I was not getting the care that I needed and desperately deserved. So then today, we went back and forth about how they didn't know this was going on, and I explained to them, and I'll show like the messages, of course, about how this went on, and they said, we don't brush people off. And one nurse because there was 3 nurses messaging me, because one of the nurses can't just sit there all day and talk to you, of course, so who is available, that's who will message you. So one of them got on there, because I wasn't messaging Dr. K office anymore, I was messaging another office about the issue, and then one of the nurses got on there and said, I am from Dr. K's office, and we were not aware of this. Even though you can go back and look on the messages from nearly a month ago that I mentioned this multiple times. I explained to them they were aware of this, and I mentioned this multiple times. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to rant about. Not every video is going to be about me ranting and stuff like that. I just am so confused about how these nurses and these doctors who do not know who's delivering my babies or who will even be the delivering doctor, I cannot get over the fact that they have so much lack of care. And this is why in the very beginning, when we didn't know there were twins, I wanted to do a home birth. I wanted a natural birth as possible. I wanted a home birth. When we found out they were twins, I told my husband, I'm like, as long as they're both head down and they're not breached and everything like that, as long as they're way enough, then I think we should go with a home birth, even though there's multiples. Yes, there's risk involved, but if we do our research, we have to decide as their parents. Both of us would have to agree that we're willing to take those risks. Some of those risks could be obviously deadly, but as parents, we would have to make those decisions. And people have been having home births since the very beginning of time, but I'm not naive, so therefore I do endless research about everything I do and don't do. And so anyway, I think what we're going to do, because they don't know who's going to deliver the babies, where they're going to deliver the babies, and the lack of care when it comes to basic testing, I think as long as the babies are healthy enough and we're healthy enough, we're going to go with a home birth. But tell me your opinion if you want to tell me your opinion. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to end this here. And if you did watch, thank you. I honestly do appreciate you for watching. I'm sorry, like sometimes I have a speech issue. But thank you for watching, and definitely thank you for subscribing, my 7 subscribers.